This is a 15-minute full body yoga flow. Before we get started, come to the back of the mat, seated in a hero's pose position, sitting on top of your heels. Go ahead and set your intentions for your practice today. On our inhale, we're going to lift our arms up. Exhale, drop them below. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop them below. Arms up. Bending at the elbow, placing your hands at the back of your neck or your head. Opening up your heart. Feeling the stretch in your shoulders and your back. Release. Arms up. Exhale, arms down. Arms up. Drop them out in front of you. Walk your hands out for child's pose. Feel your ribs, inhale and exhale. As you breathe in new energy. On your next inhale, walk your hands out to the right side of the body, keeping your core engaged. On your next exhale, release. Walk your hands out to the left side of the body. Release and come back to center, coming to all fours. We're going to transition to cat-cow pose. We're going to drop our stomach towards the mat, looking up towards the ceiling. Exhale, rounding your spine, dropping your chin to your chest. Arch your back for cat. Exhale, rounding your spine for cow. Continue the movement with your breath. Good job. On your next inhale, walk your hands out in front of you for a puppy's pose, placing your head, your chin, or your nose to the mat. On your next exhale, slide your hands in, untuck your toes, and send your hips back for downward facing dog. This is the first downward dog of the day, so you may feel tightness in your legs. It is okay to have a slight bend at the knee or to keep them straight. Roll your body to a high plank position, lowering down. Chaturanga, upward facing dog. Sit your hips back on the top of your heels for child's pose. On your next inhale, come back to all fours position. Exhale, send your hips back for downward facing dog. We're going to come into a three-legged dog by lifting our right leg to the ceiling and drop it back down as we alternate toward the left. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, lift the left leg. Come back to downward dog position. Roll up onto your tippy toes, high plank, bending at the elbow, knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, upward facing dog. Sit your hips back for child's pose. Come back to center, all fours. Lift your knees, untuck your toes, and send your hips back for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift that right leg for a three-legged dog, bringing it into your chest, placing it on the outside of your right palm for lizard pose. A variation, you can drop your left knee to the mat or keep your left leg extended. We're going to take this pose further by extending our right arm up. Bending at the knee for another variation if needed. Come back to center. Release. You want to walk that right foot to meet the left palm for pigeon pose. Making sure you are inhaling and exhaling. On your next exhale, come back to center and send your hips back for downward facing dog. On your next inhale, come to high plank position, chaturanga, knees, chest, chin, opening up your chest for upward facing dog. On your next inhale, come into downward facing dog, feeling the difference from the first time. On your next inhale, lift that left leg to the ceiling. Bring it through to chest, dropping it on the outside of that left hand for lizard pose on the left side of the body. It may feel good to rock from back to back, side to side, whatever feels good to you in your practice today. When you're ready, extend that left hand up towards the ceiling. Release, come back to center, and pivot that left foot to the right side of the body. Pigeon pose on the left side. Seeing how this side feels different from the right. On your next inhale, release, come back up to center. Extend that foot to the back, coming into downward facing dog. On your next inhale, walk your feet to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Feeling any sensations you have going on through the back or the front of the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bending at the knee, arms up, palms together, bring them down to the center of your heart. Arms up, forward fold. Exhale, halfway lift. Inhale, bending at the knee, arms up, over your head, palms together. Inhale, arms up, forward fold. Both palms drop to the mat and step back with your left foot for high lunge. On your next inhale, we're going to bring our palms together and bring our left elbow to our right knee for a twisted lunge. On your next exhale, release, come back to high lunge. Drop both palms to the mat and come back to downward facing dog. Roll into a high plank. Drop your knees to the mat. Open up your chest for upward facing dog. Exhale, release, come in back into downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. Exhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Exhale, halfway lift. Bending at the knee, arms up, palms together, and bring them down to the center of your heart. Inhale, arms up, forward fold. Bring both palms down to the mat. Exhale, halfway lift. Bending at the knee, bring your arms up, palms together. Inhale, arms up, forward fold. Bring both palms down to the mat as you step back with your right foot, coming into a high lunge on the right side. Good job, you guys. Palms together. Bring your right elbow to your left knee. On your next exhale, come back into a high lunge. Drop your palms to the mat. Step back for a downward facing dog. On your next inhale, walk your feet to the front of the mat, coming into a forward fold. A variation, see if you can wrap your arms around your legs. If not, that's okay. Your practice does not allow it for today. Come back into a forward fold. Exhale, halfway lift. Inhale, bending at the knee, arms up, palms together, and bring them down to the center of your heart. Arms up, inhale, exhale, drop below. Arms up, and drop them below. Coming into mountain pose, you want to lift your arms up over your head, bending at the knee. Sit your hips back as if you're sitting in a chair for chair pose. On your next exhale, lower down, coming into the middle of the mat. Your arms out in front of you. Roll onto your back, vertebrae by vertebrae, bringing your knees into your chest. On your next exhale, extend your left leg up, placing your left ankle on the top of your right knee. Gently pull your right knee down as close to the mat as you can. Extend your arms out, looking over your right shoulder. Feeling the sensation you have going through the body. Exhale, release, come back to shoulder. Extend your right leg up, placing your right ankle on top of your left knee. Gently pull your left knee down as close to the mat as you can go. Again, extending your arms out, looking over your left shoulder. Release, come back to center. Bringing your knees into your chest, giving yourself a nice big hug. Bring your awareness back to your intention that you set at the beginning of your practice. On your next exhale, extend your legs out in front of you, dropping your arms to the side of your body for Shavasana. Feel the energy you have. Exhale and inhale through your body as you breathe. Feel your heart center radiating through energy. When you're ready, come up to a seated position or simply lay in Shavasana, whatever works for you. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop them below. Arms up, drop them below. Arms up, inhale, palms together, bring them down to the center of your heart. Bow forward. We're going to close out our practice by saying namaste. Namaste, and thank you for joining me on the mat.